Your dog is so intuitive.
Very smart.
She knows, man.
She knows when the first half is ending. She knows when the second half is starting. And then when the music starts for the second half, that's when she starts going apeshit.
Then she goes apeshit.
I mean, it's in the headphones and she can hear it.
Yeah. She's really, really smart. How come we can't be that smart? How come humans aren't that smart?
Because we're not a dog.
We're not dogs.
We're not dogs.
Huh.
Now, tell you what, speaking of dogs.
Yes. Oh, God. That's a horrible lead-in.
I know.
How disparaging.
all right.
How disparaging are you going to be
But
here?
let's first of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in on our second. God bless. I got a slur.
Yeah. You're drunk. You're a lightweight.
September 27th, the second half of Dudes Like Us. We have a fantastic show. It's lined up. Lots of fun topics and some funny shit that we're going to have to explain what Paul did earlier. But first of all, I'm Sean.
Whoa. I'm Paul, and I didn't do any funny weird
You
shit.
did
I'm
some really
Jeff.
funny shit.
It had to do with the scrotum, too, so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Scrotum in a pack of silly putty.
No. This is all fake news,
He
guys.
molded it.
Fake news. Don't listen to this.
All right. Well,
All right, what are we
welcome
jumping
to the
into?
podcast.
Well,
and
speaking of silly putty, I saw a video where a guy whacked his entire head.
He what?
He waxed his entire head.
Like he made a mold of his own head.
No,
silly
like
putty?
when you wax, when you pull hair off.
Oh.
So he had long hair and he had a beard. So he shaved his beard and his hair. And then they put wax over his entire head.
Meaning like the tape where you pull the tape off.
No, like
a Brazilian.
like melted wax.
Oh,
Like
good Lord.
candle wax?
No, like the hair removal wax.
Oh,
Right, but
okay.
it's still you. Don't you
Right.
Paul's relationship was that with like a Brazilian?
Yeah.
well, isn't that what they do? They do
yes,
wax and then they put like a tape on it and then
No,
they
there's no
rip
tape.
the hair
Oh,
out.
they ripped the hell out of it.
Well, no, there's no. Well, I've only gotten the nostrils, so there's no tape in that.
All right. So, anyways,
But anyway, so he
Okay.
did this, and he covered everything. His eyebrows. They put little things over his eyes, and they covered
His eyelashes too?
I guess, and then they pulled it off, and he was yelling and screaming, and he wanted to do this.
Why?
I don't know.
Because some people are stupid.
I don't
all
know.
right. So,
Anything for
what
likes.
happened? I mean, was there blood?
No blood, and it all comes off, and he has no hair.
Anything for likes and
And then he
views,
goes,
right?
"Oh, I didn't want
Good
the
Lord.
eyebrows gone."
Wow.
I'm like, "Well, it's a little late now."
Yeah. That ship has sailed, buddy.
And when they
Yeah.
put it over your entire, you should have felt them put it on your face.
Well, I told you my story where I had the
You had a Brazilian?
no, I had the well, I didn't do a Brazilian. No,
Anus bleaching.
Oh.
no, I haven't done anus bleaching either.
Is that part of your colon cleansing?
Wow, guys, can we get it all out? Hold on, I'll give you more time. There's probably more creative things you guys can come up with. You're running out of juice or steam or something. I'm not sure. All right. Anyway,
Do
I
you
was.
steam your ass?
I have I have a regular razor that has got the little
Compost your hair?
adjustable head, right, for different widths or different lengths.
Right.
And I do my goatee on one length and I do my eyebrows on another length. Well, one morning
You got confused.
one
huh?
morning, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what it was set at, and I was doing my eyebrow, and it was like, and I was like, oh shit, that's making a lot of noise. And I look up, and I'm like, and I look at the setting, and it's on a 1, like the short. I literally
Wow.
shaved off my eyebrow. Then I was like, and
You're
it
like,
was.
all right.
Well, it's that quick. I was like, cool. Yeah, what do I do to the other?
I match it.
Well, right. Do I do that, or do I just leave the other one? And I decided to leave the other one. That day was my DMV take a picture. So if you look at my, and I recently got a new picture because I renewed again, but for how many, 10 years?
They're good for 12. I think it's every 6 years, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a long ass time. Every single time I looked at my driver's license, I had one eyebrow missing. And then, the other one's normal. Anyway, yeah, so that's my wax experience. No
really
anal
wasn't
bleaching.
wax.
Jeff has
none of that other
Jeff
stuff.
has to manicure, at least 3 or 4 times a year with that nose. Now, Jeff, you know, I don't like to talk about this stuff, especially your stuff. But dude, your hair is abnormal.
It is. My
when
nostril
you have
hair
those
is.
nostrils hair. They're not even hair. It's
But
like
why
a
is it that
stalk.
hard just to use the mustache trimmer and just
Because
trim
they're
it?
not strong enough.
It does. It dulls it very quickly.
Oh, be
Yeah.
quiet.
Dude, seriously.
You're just lazy.
No,
Have
I've
you
got it.
seen those?
I've done
frickin-
mine. You just you do
Dude,
a
he's
pig
got
nose.
bamboo
You take your
follicles.
You take your thumb and do a pig nose, and you take those mustache trimmers and you just
No.
do your thing.
No, I do. I
No.
have nostril trimmers. And it goes,
Well, those don't.
So
Actually,
Jen goes up there. They
I don't
shove
think those
that,
work
that,
very
that
well.
nostril shit
They-
up there.
they
Have
do
you ever
fine
seen
for
those
me.
TikToks where they do that, or those funny little videos where they put the plastic, like you were talking about the wax, they put it in people's noses and they pull it out, and there's just like that surreal
it doesn't hurt.
whatever.
That can't
Yours don't
be.
hurt.
That
No, it doesn't
cannot
hurt.
be.
It doesn't hurt.
I mean, whenever
They
you,
are full of shit on that video.
whenever you pluck nose hair, especially on the rim, right
No,
there,
doesn't
right
hurt.
there, it hurts like hell.
Doesn't hurt. Ask Steven. He got it done as well. He didn't believe me either. And she yanked him out and made it shock. He was like, oh, my God. But it doesn't hurt.
Maybe the heat of it. Is it hot?
Well, the wax is hot
I
when it
don't
goes
know.
in.
See, I think maybe that numbs it.
Maybe
somewhat?
it loosens. I don't know. It doesn't hurt.
I mean, you tell me. Have you not plucked
Of course
nose
I
hair
have.
before? And it's painful as hell.
Yeah, it makes your eyes water and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
you getting your whole nose waxed doesn't hurt.
It's got to be the heat. It's got to be numbing.
Doesn't hurt. That's why I call bullshit on all these people that make those videos.
Well,
So
how about the anal or what do they call it, the Brazilian
I haven't
stuff?
done that one.
Oh, well,
Brazilian.
I haven't done the
You've never
Brazilian.
had your labia.
I
hey,
don't-
Mr. Producer,
I don't
can
have
you,
one of
Can you pull
those.
up do Brazilians
me.
hurt?
You don't have a labia?
What the
I think
hell
you're-
is going on
I
over
think
here?
you're
I turned away for a
confused.
second.
Well, he said he's
No,
never
I've-
done that.
I've
or
never
doesn't
had the
have one of those,
Brazilian.
whatever.
No, a
You
Brazilian.
probably don't have a vulva either.
No, I don't.
That's so weird.
You mean do you?
I think Paul is.
That's probably going to be
I think
quotable,
he's-
isn't
I
it?
think-
You're going to send me
yes.
that into text.
I am completely out of context.
So on September 16,
Completely.
2002, a trail of slime leads German customs to bags of giant snails.
like
Really?
Puccinese.
Come
A
on.
Puccinese snail
That's
trail.
dumb.
German customs officials say a trail of slime led them onto a stash of almost 100 giant African land snails and other items hidden inside bags of a Dusseldorf airport this month. In a statement Friday, authorities said officials stumbled over one of the snails on a baggage truck and initially thought it was a toy until it started moving.
What do you do with those? Are those?
Got to
do
be
you
a
eat
delicacy.
those?
Yeah, a delicacy.
Oh,
do you
man,
do you eat those?
I mean, I don't
well,
know.
that's escargot, right? That's
No,
snail.
African land snail I think is tremendously large.
Oh, so it's a pet.
It's like a steak.
Pet. It's like SpongeBob's pet. What is that called? What is the SpongeBob's pet called, Austin?
A starfish.
Oh, that's Patrick, his friend.
African land snail. I want to see how big it is. I think they're huge.
Yeah, they're fairly large.
Why, you just assume everything in Africa's big?
No,
No,
look how
it's
big
Texas is big. It's not Africa.
it is on the hand. Look at that.
Oh, my God. Those are big.
Yeah, you imagine that thing? I mean, the guy thought it was a toy until it moved.
We really don't have. I mean, I guess we do have snails in Texas, but not a lot of them. They're tiny, too.
I see more slugs than snails.
Slugs. That's what I'm thinking. Slugs.
Yeah, I see slugs.
When I lived in Indonesia, there were a lot of slugs.
like slugs are like, look how big and fat that one is up there.
I mean, there were slugs, and they would leave like a half-inch trail of slime
and
across
it's iridescent. Like when the sun hits it, you can see it
Yes.
shining.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
cement.
exactly.
Yeah.
There were a lot of slugs in Indonesia.
Yeah. I'll see them down here certain times of the year, like after a rain or something like that. You'll see a bunch of the trails across the sidewalk.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen any slugs. I've seen little snails, but that's about it. And they get in the pool, right? Snails and worms go into the pool when I don't know why they do that. They all kill
I was
themselves.
going to say, don't they just die?
Yeah, they just. It's like when all the sheep decide to run off the cliff.
Those are the lemmings, right?
Yeah, whatever animal that is that
The lemmings.
self-selects.
You know, like an animal, the type of animal will choose to run off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, there was whales that beached themselves. I don't know. It's
Well, that
weird.
just happened, yeah.
I don't think that's on purpose.
No, I think they all say that's it. We've had enough. There's too much.
This isn't like an Australian
listen.
walkabout where they're like, Bob, I'll tell you what, I'm
there's
just going to have to beach myself.
How do you know? I think they watch the
There's a
news and
lemming.
they get
No.
despondent.
No.
Yeah, lemmings jump off cliffs.
Well, that's probably because they're they've eaten some sort of mushroom that
And-
weren't supposed to.
And then the whole herd follows them,
Yeah, well,
or gaggle, or whatever a group of lemmings is.
Wasn't I thought there was some other game that game like big game animals that just like run off a cliff.
It's kind of like those flock of birds we were discussing. you know?
Giraffes.
You got these flocks of birds that are flying, and they're going back and forth, up, down. All of a sudden, boom, right into the ground. You're like, what in the hell just happened?
You know what? I remember
Here we go.
reading that story, and
Yeah.
they said what can happen is when that what are those ones that swirl
It's a
around?
big swarm, right?
Yeah,
Big
well, yeah,
swarm
and
of
they make
birds.
all these
It's a
crazy
flock, just
But you know what I'm talking about. There's a
Yeah.
particular type of bird where they like move in amazing patterns.
starlings.
Yes, starlings. And yes, a whole bunch of them hit the ground. They said what can happen is if they start getting chased by a predator, like a hawk or something, they can be
They just kill themselves.
they can just get themselves into
Frenzy.
they can make a bad move
Uh,
and they don't plan appropriately.
So here's what my mind is diving back into the mid '80s, where you've got this Saturday Night Live skit with Billy Crystal, and the guy's talking. He's got a conversation going on. You got Billy Crystal, yeah, like the championship. You get he's like, yeah, well, no,
Bad. I can't
a
finish
diamond
my
ring?
sentence.
No.
It's crazy. Yeah, but that's what makes it funny.
yeah.
All right. Well, Germans poke fun at a far-right party's phallic candies. Berlin, the far-right party in Germany, is being mocked online for planning to offer voters soft candies that bear a striking resemblance to a dildo.
Great.
Alternative for Germany had ordered the red gummy sweets in the shape of its party's logo, a swoosh-like arrow, to hand out during the election campaign in Lower Saxony state, where a regional election is set for October. So these guys accidentally order a bunch of candies shaped like dildos, and they're passing them out to all the
Accidentally.
voters.
Yeah, well, I guess.
What do you think when they showed up in like boxes of? They opened up what?
Oh,
Really?
No.
So, dude, look, it shows the head. Yeah, they didn't show a picture of it actually, but that would be funny.
Yeah, I saw an article today where this whole fentanyl issue where they're starting to come across the border. They look like
Bad.
rainbow candy.
Bad.
Well, they're packing them in Skittles and Nerds packaging now.
Oh, my gosh.
Like you
Candy.
open, like inside the bag.
Yes.
So like you're eating Skittles
Right.
and you have no idea
Yeah,
that.
I sent the story to Steven. I was like, you stop buying candy for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so
here's
that-
the deal, man. We need to be crawling up China's ass. I mean, I'll tell you what. If we had, I don't want to say of Trump. We need a president that is going to be going after China. They are smuggling shit from up the border. Fuck the border. I mean, I know we got lots of shit coming up, and that they're handling that wrong. But look, man, they're catching people every single day with 100,000 little packets of these little fentanyl pills.
So hold on. But this is a little different. I mean, it's one thing to.
This is
hold
this
on.
is murder.
This is one thing to like go ahead and push as many drugs over the border as you can, and people who want that stuff and take it and die.
Is fentanyl
That's
the
one
number
thing.
one cause of death currently?
But it being disguised as inside of candy packaging is a terrorist attack.
Right.
Yeah, it really is.
That's literally a terrorist attack because people that are not wanting to take fentanyl
No, they
are
sit there and
unknowingly
pop
taking
2 or
it.
3 of those, and you're fucking gone. And you're at a
okay.
little party, and you're panicking. Here you go, children. Let's put a bag.
Well, that's why they say fentanyl's so bad is because they're not overdoses. It's a poisoning.
Right. Disguised in candy packaging, it's a mass poisoning. 15,000 fentanyl pills disguised as candy seasoning in Connecticut ahead of Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Seriously.
This is a terrorist attack.
I'm
This is no
telling you.
different. Hey guys, this is no different than an anthrax attack.
And here's the thing: they can do this shit to anything. I mean, they can weave themselves into. I mean, think about it.
How are they getting it into packaging of Skittles?
Look, they can get it into anything.
It's in China. They can print any. That's where all that shit's
I
printed
mean, they're
anyway.
coming through the border nonstop. It can come in and pack. I mean, you get super concentrated stuff. You can start putting in anything. You can put it in candy bars. You can put it in rice. You can
They're
put it in
trying
flour.
to
You can put it in
collapse our
sugar.
society.
You could do anything, and I'll tell you what. There's going to come a point where it's going to be just.
Yeah.
There'll be there'll be like a terrorist attack with just like a compilation
I know.
of food products all over, and they're gonna be like, it's too late at that point.
Yeah, at this,
You know
well,
what
they're
we should have
trying
done at the
to.
very beginning is we should have gone to fucking China and shoved a foot up their fucking ass for bringing that shit over here, because that's where it's coming from. It's coming from China. It's not coming from Mexico.
I know. They're
It's not coming
literally,
from
they
South
are literally
America.
trying to. This is a coordinated attack to destabilize our society.
It's because they're pissed because Trump got into office and we shut them fuckers down. We shut them down. We
Yeah.
shut them down at the tone of $600 billion while Trump was in office. And they're still pissed, and they still haven't recovered to the point where they infused our fucking community with COVID. They infused our fucking community with Biden and the fake fucking election that they held.
Yeah, there's the picture right there.
That is unbelievable. Wow, that really scares me.
Yeah.
You know, that makes me think of the recent story that happened right here in North Texas. The doctor, the anesthesiologist. Did you hear about this?
Well, he was.
Was he banging chicks
spiking
while
the-
using
No, he was spiking the
no.
IV bags.
with
yeah,
what?
so he apparently wasn't a very good anesthesiologist, and he screwed up, and they probed him, and they made him pay for a doctor to watch over him, and he was like super resentful and angry. So they caught him on video, on inside the hospital cameras, spiking, putting drugs inside of saline bags, that people get rehydrated during surgery,
Is
after
this to make
surgery.
them
No,
die?
whenever you go
To
to
kill them. It killed one person and put 11 other people in like
Cardiac arrest.
arrest, and they end up saving them.
Right.
He's
So he did this to kill them on purpose.
on purpose.
And he was here at Baylor Scott and White down in Dallas.
It was
What the hell?
basically a terrorist attack.
Good
Well,
grief.
I was frightened because they said Baylor Scott and White anesthesiologist. They didn't say what. I was like, Julie just had surgery at a Baylor
Right.
Scott and White.
And these were routine surgeries. Yes, they were plastic surgeries. They were absolute routine surgeries.
But he was at one farther down in Dallas than where Julie went. But still,
right. A little farther south.
It's like,
Unbelievable. Anyway, they caught him.
yeah.
They caught him.
Yeah. Did you see the TV show about the doctor here in Dallas where he was a complete fuck up, where he didn't know what he was doing, but somehow he got up to surgeon, and he was in these Dallas hospitals,
Wow.
and he was killing people. He was going in there and just fucking them up. And this was about a decade ago, maybe, and he killed people.
Dr. Death.
I think that's what they called him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's in prison now.
Good. Actually, they said this guy, it's a bad enough crime that he could face the death penalty.
But
And why don't they pursue that? They should.
they should. But the hospitals were just as complicit. According to the TV show, I was like, the hospitals knew. I don't know if they fully knew what was going on, but he knew that there was something wrong
With this guy.
and the guy was not competent. But they kept giving him surgeries. They kept giving him positions.
There it is. Former surgeon Christopher Dunst.
Yep, that's him right there. And there's, like I said, there's like a 3-part miniseries out.
Wow.
Recommend it. Very good. It's
Dr.
good,
Death.
and it's scary as shit. And he opened up his own facility.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, watch it. It's good. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, Shelley's watching the Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm watching that now.
Pass.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand my wife's fascination with serial killers and cannibals and all this kind of crazy
Well,
shit.
I'm watching
My
that.
wife is too.
It doesn't show any of that.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
just weird.
Nah, pass.
No, I find it fascinating.
She,
Well, you
oh yeah,
know.
well she's right up your alley because she was watching Mind Killers or Mind Benders or
That's a good one as well.
Mind something. What was it? Mind
Mind Hunters. I
Mind
think.
Hunters.
Yeah, that one's fascinating.
which was
as well.
actually kind of fascinating, but
I find it fascinating. Just how could someone do that?
I know.
It's just like, how could they do that? Now, this show, I think is a little slanted because it makes out. Now, they could have been incompetent. Actually, they were, but they make out the
police to be
police
idiots.
to be complete fucking buffoons.
Yeah, that's what Shelley said.
I mean, I think probably more over the top than they probably were.
Well, I mean, they're trying to make it dramatic. If you're going to make a show emotional, right, you got to get. That's the whole key to get you emotionally involved.
Yeah.
Right.
Well.
Right, so if you're starting to go, God, man, these guys are idiots. I mean, that's what they want you to do, right? They
Right.
want you to get sucked in.
But the thing I appreciate with this, I mean, you know what he did. They don't show any of that.
Yeah, they don't show them killing or eating.
No. Well, they
Oh,
show him
great.
they show him eating a steak
Oh, come on.
Well, hold on.
that you know is not a steak.
It's not a human steak
Well, it is.
All right.
with a
It's,
But-
fillet,
No, it looked like a sirloin.
sirloin.
No,
we
but
haven't done that on a podcast. We did a cow breakdown, but we've never done a human, like where on the
All
human
right.
body would like.
yeah, that cow breakdown was the low point of my.
Yeah, you really didn't like it, but I think people that listened learned a lot.
I think so.
I bet they did. I hope they took an Adderall pill beforehand.
Whatever.
Yeah.
God, you're so high maintenance.
I
Well.
it's just not for me. I mean, it's just.
So you just turned off your microphone and went home.
No, I was here. I mean, I
You don't
watched
care
it,
where your steaks come from? What
No,
part
I
of the cow?
did care.
Do you even
and,
know where they come from?
Well, he does now because he was here with us.
Well, but
Oh.
he didn't pay attention. So you just go to the grocery store and go, "Oh, this is. I don't know what this is, but
You know,
Which
it's
one is the
crazy.
better piece?
What's crazy?
Does this
that
come from a goat?"
people, there's people that will do almost anything to try to make money. You know, and it's like they found this college photos memorabilia of Elon Musk was auctioned off for $165,000.
Yeah, his college girlfriend.
Yeah. Is the Boston college photos of Tesla CEO Elon Musk and memorabilia from his girlfriend at the time sold for $165,000.
She's so smart.
At auction. A Boston auction house said Thursday. Boston-based RR Auction said it was a collection of never-before-seen photos and memorabilia from Musk's college
Amazing.
girlfriend, Jennifer Grine.
Yeah,
Who cares?
and I think one of them was some crusty underwear.
Could
Well,
be.
they have a picture of his crusty underwear?
I don't know.
You know, this bourbon, I
Yes.
just took a smell. I smelled root beer.
root beer.
Interesting.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
that's what I kept
you
smelling.
didn't take a smell. You tried the nose.
Yes, so I nosed it.
You, I don't-
You know what? I
don't
agree.
think that's a verb.
I agree. I smell the same thing. That's
Kind of
odd.
Kind of a root beer, a sarsaparilla.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's 90 proof.
No, it's 84
It's
proof.
84
80
proof.
It's a
Yeah.
It's
It
a-
is a soft bourbon.
it's a soft,
tin cup.
cuddly.
That's why we filled it up.
It's a soft, cuddly.
We didn't
root
realize
beerish.
that,
root
bourbon
beerish
is
bourbon.
bourbon is bourbon, and it'll still get you fucked up. So if you drink
Yes.
an extra shot just because it's 15 points
Yeah.
lower, that's not a very smart
And
option.
you think you're manly and it's not strong enough. Yeah, it'll still fuck you up for sure.
Did we even talk about our bourbon? I mean, I know I just said that. but-
Tin cup,
Tin Cup. It's
10-year bourbon,
It is a 10-year bourbon, and honestly,
and that should be respected, Sean. I know you don't want to respect it.
No. You guys are
Totally disrespecting.
mislabeling me. Now, first of all, this is a 10 years.
That's
I
a
mean,
long time.
That's a long time to be in a barrel. They dumbed it down to 84 proof. But I mean, I would love to get
It's not
that.
barrel strength. Yes.
Yeah, I would love to get the barrel strength
Yeah,
version of
I
this.
don't know why they knocked it down to 84. I
Do
think
they have a barrel strength version of
I haven't
this?
seen it if they do.
Well,
that would be fantastic.
Well, it'd be a
actually.
crying shame. I mean, it is a crying shame that they didn't. But you mentioned it. When I pulled it up to the nose, I smelled
root
root beer.
This is not a bourbon though. This is a whiskey.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That's why it sucks.
2/3 corn, 1/3 rye.
Minimum of 10 years before it is cut to proof
Yeah.
with Rocky
So I bet it's
Mountain
the
water.
I bet it's that cinnamon and honey compilation that's bringing up that old
The root beer.
that root beer because
Rocky Mountain water. Where is this distilled? Where is this
Rocky
bottle?
Mountains from the Colorado.
Colorado's.
So this-
Rocky Mountains.
Well, I mean,
Rocky Mountains.
hold on. The Rocky Mountains run through a number of states. So is this a Colorado whiskey or no? Do we know that for sure?
No, I do not.
I don't have the bottle.
Well, it's MGP, but
how about the producer help us out on where
Well,
this is
he's got the goddamn
distilled
website
from?
up. So I mean, well, let's just take a look here. So first of all, it is an MGP, so it's based from
MGP.
Indiana. MGP, multi-grain products. In case you guys are wondering,
Okay. Why don't we go with the about at the top?
multi-grain products is basically the core of all
It
bourbons.
just seems that way. I don't like that. But you know what? That doesn't mean they're not good recipes, right?
Well, it's
No.
what you do with it. It's kind of like where do you buy your sugar? Where do you buy your water? Where
Yeah,
do
but
you...
it's more than that. These are pre-made recipes.
they're pre-mixed. Yeah, pre-made.
Yeah,
pre-all-
well,
they're
more
distilled.
than that. They're distilled already.
well, it's distillate that these companies buy to age themselves.
Right, in whatever kind of barrel they want.
Well, if
You
they want a
know.
bourbon, it's got to be in a
I get it.
virgin.
I get it, but they
barrel.
can take MGP and they can put it in a sherry cask.
Correct. Ooh,
You know.
that, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
Sherry's
you.
nice.
Thank
Sherry's
you.
ass.
Sherry Cass.
Shove it in Sherry's ass.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
But it tastes good.
Yeah. So what do we think?
I
So
think it tastes
let's
good.
be honest about it. Let's get away from Sean's. Oh my God! Why we even buy that?
Dude,
Why?
You've got this
tin cup.
You've got this
what the hell is tin
preconceived
cup?
notion that's what I mean. That is the way I feel.
I know.
But I don't say it. I don't. I'm reserved. I don't
You say it all the time.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, maybe I do. When we're at the store, we're purchasing it, but
You're
I don't
like-
say it while we're here.
All right. So there we go. So it's a 10-year, and I will never disrespect a 10-year whiskey. Personally,
I will, but
yeah, you have already.
I
Too
think
late.
it's good.
I think it's good too.
It's not quite as robust as a higher proof, but it still has some good flavors to it.
It does.
yeah, I would never mix it with a mixer.
Oh, it's not a mix.
This would be a good
Yeah.
sipper where if you want a little bigger pour.
Actually,
an
here's the
evening?
deal. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Very
This is the perfect sipper because there are perfect sippers out there that people have on rocks. all
Right.
This is the perfect sipper without rocks. It's not going to knock your dick in the dirt where it's so
Dick in the dirt.
toxic. I don't want to say toxic, but it's so
Overpowering.
Like 124 proof. like we just
120
said.
proof is oh my god. You know, you got to take a. This one you can sip, you can drink. It's easy to go down.
You know what? You say that. The bourbon we had in the last podcast was 128 proof.
124.
100 was it 24?
124.
Actually, it's
120. Okay,
123.8.
great. Oh, sorry. Wow, that's a big difference. And we didn't put it on ice. We didn't put it on a cube.
Yeah, but it was okay. But the point is, it's a little bit more caustic than this one.
In other words,
That's
you
all.
have to be professional.
Well, I
Yeah,
like
think
us.
I
You need
think
to be
I
prepared.
think what I mean is if I want to have a bourbon, I want
shit.
a nice pour so I could sip on it for a while
Right.
instead of I want to have 128 proof where I can only have half that amount where I'm going to get through it quicker, right?
Yeah, no,
You-
I get it.
You can have a nice pour with this 80 proof, 84 proof, and it'll last a little bit longer.
Well,
for
and
you.
then-
It tastes good.
A lot of bourbons I put on a cube taste wonderful.
Yeah.
It tastes wonderful. Anyway, so
All right, so I got another news article here. I think
Do
you
you
guys might
now?
be interested in. We got. Do you remember Bingo, Light, Bright, Nerf among Toy Hall of Fame finalists? So they've got a Hall of Fame finalist for toys, and we've got Bingo,
like a
Light,
long
Bright.
time ago or like
well,
recently?
this one is they've got this photo right here is from 2022, and it says in Rochester, New York, voting opened Wednesday on which toys should go into the National Toy Hall of Fame this year.
I believe Nerf football and Light Bright.
Well, they have.
Well,
a
hold on.
bunch.
What's on the list? I need to know what's
Well, the
on
class
the
of 22
I've already. It
finalists
doesn't matter. I
are
called it.
list. No.
Bingo.
No.
I don't. Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah, well, bingo.
Like the
No.
original bingo?
No.
Well, they've got
What are
a.
you talking about? That's like immensely
That's not a
popular.
toy. That's an adult gambling.
It's an old person game.
They got.
Yes.
Do you guys know what Briar horses are?
No.
That one we're gonna have to. There you go. Briar horses.
No, dumb.
No,
Moving on.
stupid. Settlers,
Kitten.
Settlers of Catan.
I don't even know what that is.
Settlers of Catan. I don't know what
I've
that is.
played
Did you say
that.
Caton?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh
mispronounced
my
it.
Caton.
God! What is Caton?
I've played
Uh,
that. That's a high. That's got high nerd factor to it.
I've never even heard of
Kind of
Settlers
risk.
of Catan. You know what?
It's very
No,
involved.
no. You've brought this up before. Settlers of Catan.
Yeah.
Well, you
You
have.
have brought it up before.
You have Light Bright. Now, Light Bright is interesting because that's where all the kids played with. Where they put the little pegs in there and it illuminates, and you can make your own little picture.
How did that not electrocute kids? That came out in like the 70s.
Because it's made of plastic with a light bulb.
It's got a light bulb in it.
Still, something should have gone horribly wrong
Good
with that. Just like
Lord.
lawn darts.
Maybe
I
it
would have
did.
thought Light Bright would have gone horribly bad.
Well,
They-
maybe it did. We just didn't have the internet. We just don't know about it.
Yeah.
And they have a the Light Bright is incredible. I thought it was kind of cool because it's one of those things where I think they should have made panels that were larger so you could do a far larger, better picture. Did you
yeah,
just-
like at
whoa, whoa, whoa.
AT&T Stadium.
what just happened over there?
Did you lift?
He lifted his butt cheek.
No, I did not fart.
Were you stretching your
Guys,
anus?
Sean is very sensitive to the
Yeah,
lean.
we talked about moving on from farts and burps.
Well, I'm sorry.
Why,
I didn't do anything.
Why can we
I've got
not seem to
Traumatic
move
stress
past this?
syndrome over Jeff.
I
mean,
just don't
You guys
understand.
say I fart a lot. He farts far more than
All
I
I do
do,
is
and
like
his
very-
are far worse.
He's just
so
like,
disappointing.
"What?"
All right,
Anyway,
all right, so
you wanted
here's
a AT&T
another thing
Stadium Light Bright.
they've got Nerf toys. Now, Nerf toys is very broad. I mean,
I think only the football should.
The football,
but
the
there are
original
so many.
Nerf football.
I think the ball should, not
actually,
the guns.
you're right. That
I think
that
just the
Nerf,
balls.
yeah, but the Nerf gun darts were.
Yeah, but that's a relatively newer one. Nerf balls.
Well, these are
have been around for-
2022 finalists.
Yeah,
But you know what? If you leave it out in the sun, that thing starts to decay quickly.
well, it does. But
God.
I played.
Doesn't
Here's
it?
what I like: when you leave it out in the sun, number
God.
one, and then it starts to lose the outer cover.
Can
a
you
little
get
bit, it's a
I'm
little hard.
talking
Can
about.
you get powdery?
One more thing.
Yes.
One more thing that makes it even
awful.
worse. All right, and better at the same time.
Oh, really?
It's out there. It's a little hard. It's a little flecky,
yeah.
and then it soaks up with water.
and then you,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
painful.
Throw it at
Oh,
somebody.
that thing is like a bazooka.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, it can get pretty
Smoke
heavy.
someone upside
Pretty
the
damn
head with
heavy.
that. So Nerf toys, and then they have Masters of the Universe.
I don't think they ever said it like that.
Grayskull.
Actually, it did.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, I never watched that show.
Yeah. So, Master of the Universe toys. That was at the end of my cartoon viewing, I believe,
Yeah,
or near
that
the
kinda
end of
jumped
it.
the
Anyway.
shark for me too. I was kind of with his
that when you was-
Grayskull kind of voice.
He's like, he doesn't sound very evil.
I was like, dude, what's wrong? You selling popcorn over there?
That's when you
Some
came
juju
home.
beans?
You came
Right.
home from biology class and as your junior year in high school, and you stopped watching it.
Yeah. Well, they got pinata. What is pinata?
Pinata.
I know what pinata is.
It's
but
a paper mache object filled with small toys, confetti, and
That's
fruits.
so stupid. How is that a dedicated toy? They've had pinatas for like centuries.
yeah, that's like you go into any type of those Hispanic stores. They got fucking pinatas all over the place hanging from the ceiling, right?
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Did you take some ADD medicine?
Why is the next one calling out the race of the inventor?
Ooh.
What just
Who
happened?
did that?
Was that Phase 10?
Yes, I've never heard of the
Oh,
game.
No.
Well, Phase 10. Well, Phase 10 is a 1982 black game inventor and entrepreneur Ken Johnson.
Does it matter?
Introduced
It
Phase
doesn't matter.
10. The Rummy-style game card game challenged players to collect various groups of cards to complete 10 phases in sequential order before their opponents.
Well, now that they
I've
called
never
that
heard of
out,
it.
let's start scrolling through the ones looking for a Native
It
American
kind of
Indian.
looks like Uno. But you know what? Whatever. I mean,
Are there a Native American
we're
Indian
not going to get
inventors?
into this stupid shit. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but
They did.
well, no, they got Pound Puppies, and Pound Puppies I think started off as is it start off a cartoon or was
I
it?
have no idea.
Oh,
I
so
never collected the
Puppies
pound
is-
Well,
puppies.
give me some context here. What happened to Barrel of Monkeys? What year are we going with here?
Well, hold on. Well, where's Barrel of the Monkeys at?
I'm just saying. Like, are we
Well,
talking
Barrel,
toys of
Barrel
all
of
time?
Monkeys is from the 60s and 70s when they
Okay.
started processing plastics.
Well, that's
and
what
stuff.
I'm asking.
What about pickup sticks
Yeah. What about Jacks?
and jacks?
Well, hold on. The Pound Puppies is the in the marketplace in 1984. Parents were thrilled to
Jacks.
appease their kids, needed a nurture and puppy without responsibility of a real dog.
That's
Kids were
retarded.
equally pleased and doted.
no, I call bullshit on that.
Hey, what's that
Yeah.
other one
Yeah, I
where you
agree.
had a little pet that you had to nourish and nurture and
That's his wife. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Sea monkeys,
yeah,
Oh.
they've had multiple rounds of these kind of
garbage pail kids?
yeah, these little things you had to nurture and you had to feed it, and if you didn't feed it, it would like
Oh, those rocks, those pet rock looking things.
no, but I think they were more like computer
yeah.
stuff.
They had a little digital thing on them.
yeah.
Those things didn't come around until like the early 2000s.
Well, they all
I have
died
no idea
anyway.
what that is.
All right. Well,
They
let's
all
move
died.
on.
Nobody
so
took
they
care
got
of
the Racco. I don't know what the Racco is. The Racco is what is the Racco? It's a board game. The classic.
Okay, if we've never heard of it, it can't be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, hold
That's
on.
retarded.
We're almost there. The Racco.
Okay, 1956.
Oh, the Milton Bradley Company introduced the card game Racco in 1956. The Racco falls under the card game category known as the patterned building. Known as patterned
I
building.
don't know the game categories. I
so
guess.
is this the
Yeah,
kind of
I've never heard of this. Well,
Yeah,
Milton
that one's
Bradley is
axed.
classic.
Well, I don't care. That game sucks. It's
so
not
here,
it.
I think
Alright, well,
here's what
then-
they do, right? So this is the Hall of Fame, right? The National Museum Hall of Play of Play. So what happens is they induct all the games that we all would agree
But
should be in there.
These are all
and then
classics.
they run out of games
Now, just
to like
because
put
we
in
haven't
there.
heard of
Racco
some of
is-
these,
And so they
Phase
put in some
10.
other stupid ones.
well, it's just because we haven't heard of these. So some of these folks probably
No.
grew up with them,
No.
or didn't have opportunities for. There's what you were talking about earlier. The Betel Tamago. What is that? Found my old pets Tamago.
So dumb.
Tomato.
Tamagotchi pets.
Tamagotchi.
When are we going to reach a point where kids need to understand that games are just not good? They need to plan for their future.
So this next one is
They need to plan for their future, and they need to plan out how they're going to take care of their family.
There you go.
Yeah, the next one is actually on one I personally had the Spirograph.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Spirograph
I vote for that one as well.
is fantastic. For more than 50
Stupid.
years, the Spirograph has combined play,
Never even
art,
heard of it.
and I'll never know because the producer just changed the screen.
The sad thing is, you guys still play games.
I enjoy it.
I know, it's sad.
But here we play like board games. Like
I don't play.
Jeff comes over to the house. It's
Yeah.
a family deal. We do like Trivial
Well,
Pursuit.
that's a little different. Those are adult couples, bonding and playing games
No,
together.
but it's Trivial Pursuit, and it's just
I know,
it's a
that's-
group. But
That's good.
we don't have to have couples though.
Yeah, but
It's-
okay, it's adults getting
Are you
together
talking
and playing
about my
games.
video games?
Yeah, when you're like alone playing a video game.
Well, there's nothing wrong with playing a video game alone. I think it does a lot for the brain.
Hey, honey, have you taken out the garbage? Yeah, I'll get to it.
I think that is a product of some of the traditional teenagers that are exposed
Yeah.
To some of the video games. And some of the time,
Yeah.
I think you're blowing that out of proportion.
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass
Honey,
man.
our
If I
kids,
wanna-
kids' lives are spiraling down the
I
tube.
work on God bless
I'm on
the
it,
day.
honey.
After dinner, and I've got that little gap where I have options. I can watch TV. I can play video games, but I have a little window of opportunity where I can do whatever the hell I want.
You could edit programs.
Yeah.
If that were an option, yes.
It is
Great.
an option.
Just
Great.
shut the hell up, Jeff. Stop fucking on my shitting on my parade
Yeah.
here.
The washing
Although-
machine sprung another leak. Okay, honey.
So
I think the next one is probably the most
The
generic one.
Spirograph for more than 50 years has combined play, art, and math. I think we really didn't get enough attention to the Spirograph
we
because
got to move on.
that was.
I can't do this.
Have you done the Spirograph?
I couldn't care less. Hey, how about Twister?
That's not on the list.
Nude
I bet you it's-
Twister.
All right, so
Yeah.
the top.
New
Since
Twister.
ancient times,
Top.
the spinning
top.
top has been a childhood
Okay.
staple of cultures in Asia, Europe, the Americas, Australia. The toy form has
Wow, that's
entertained
pretty
adults too.
generic.
Ancient Greek pottery shows women playing this, and all the way up until
Okay, well, if
Dinosaurs.
top is on the list, then chalk should be on the list.
What are you gonna do with chalk? This should be like jumping
Oh, you can draw
jacks.
pictures on the sidewalk. You can
All right,
play
I've got a ball in a
hopscotch.
cup. Watch me pick up the ball. And
Or
throw
what
it in the
about
cup.
what about the wood wheel with a stick and you're running down the street?
Oh, that's so dumb. Nobody
I got
like
a paddle
that.
and his ball attached to a stretching
Okay,
bowstring.
I can't
That's
do this
right.
anymore. We got to move
Pop,
on.
pop, pop.
This is
I
giving
think
me-
this is Paul's
All right, so
meat
these
topic.
12
This is
toys
giving me a
span the
migraine.
history of play. The top is as old as civilization itself, and bingo has played in some form of for hundreds of years. So the public is invited to vote online through September 21st, which is already over now. The
I'm
three
not doing
toys
that.
receive the most public votes will make up a single player's choice ballot. Blah 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 blah. So let's see.
I give it to Nerf, Spirograph, and Light Bright. The rest of them can go to hell.
Wow, go to hell? What, they're like games of Satan? I mean, wow. You could have just said, I'm not in favor of the other ones.
That's well.
A little harsh. Speaking of going to hell, how about the police officers that left the girl on the train tracks?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
That
Talk about
cur-
a Debbie Downer.
That
Did you
cur-
guys hear about this?
What city was that in? What state?
I think it was in Colorado.
In
So
Colorado.
they pull over a girl who
Oh.
stops beyond the train tracks, and the cruiser, the police cruiser, they stop on the train tracks, which isn't that odd? Did you guys
Yeah.
ever learn, like, don't ever
I don't
stop your
think
car on
they
a train
had to
track?
have not known where they were at. They had to have not known where they were at.
Yeah, they knew exactly where they were. They're just stupid. And then they arrest her. They pull her out of the car. They handcuff her. They put her in the back of the police car, which is still on the train tracks. And then suddenly they hear a train.
Well, they went back to searching her car, I think.
Yeah, and then they ran away. They ran away. They ran away and let the train hit
Oh my
the
God!
car.
There's a video
Yeah,
of it.
show it again.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Back it up.
As officers were searching, the woman was under arrest in a road rage incident.
Oh, my God.
Officers searched the suspect pickup. A train horn could be heard in the distance before it struck the police car.
And then here's the body cam footage. They're walking over to the police car to see if she's, if there's anything left of her. Shockingly, she's alive.
Wow.
And expected to live, and she is going to be very, very rich.
Yes.
Well, you know what? But
This is
it's sad that you have to say that, Paul.
Here it comes.
I mean, it's I don't want to watch this shit anymore. I mean,
Look at that.
it's horrific.
unbelievable.
But it's sad that this has to happen. And a lot of these times where people you have people like George Floyd's family. Where they were reaping the benefits of him. Asphyxiating because he was on drugs. There's no proof that dude's a knee on his neck caused that to happen.
I know. And this is and what you're saying is very controversial. And what I'm going to say is controversial. I actually believe this was more negligent.
Oh, it was
more negligent,
absolutely negligent
than the George Floyd thing.
It had nothing to do with racial.
Race, nothing to do with race.
No, but it had everything to do with negligent. The George Floyd thing had nothing to do with race.
It had nothing to do with race either.
Anything.
It was about a thug. Well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's horrific.
All right, so the video
she's
shows
supposed to
train
live.
slamming to police vehicle with handcuffed woman inside.
Unbelievable.
It's tragic. Thank you, Paul, for bringing that up.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that because I think that could be turned into a new game.
What?
Having your car rammed into?
I don't know. I think that can be like a board game of some sort.
All right,
what do you think?
You're the first contestant in the car.
No. I'm not actually like Monopoly. You know how one's a race car, one's a thimble, and one's a dog,
Thimble.
and one's a train, and they have train
This
stations.
is true.
See, I think
Full
this could work.
full contact Monopoly.
I was just trying to get off of games. I got tired of it. Sorry.
It's a segment, you fuck.
My fuck?
No. Yeah, fuck.
Wow, that was
Fuck
inflammatory.
is a noun in that sense.
Wow, I think we're fighting now.
All right. Well,
We're
a
gonna have
woman.
to edit all that. Tell you what, just edit at everything that I said in before that too.
No.
No, we're gonna leave it. No, this is
No.
all good stuff, man.
No,
I
edit it.
I want to have all of it on there.
No.
Speaking
Edit
of
all
a woman who brought a raccoon to North Dakota bar is charged. So a woman who brought a wild raccoon into a North Dakota bar, which prompted state health officials to issue a warning about potential rabies exposure, is facing criminal charges. Her name is Erin Christensen, 38, of Maddock, is charged with misdemeanor counts of providing false information to law enforcement, tampering with physical evidence, and unlawful possession of fur bearers.
Would you eat raccoon?
I heard it's pretty tasty.
You really have heard that.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
People
There's
eat it.
people in Louisiana eat it. There's people in the South eat it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a very gamey meat, and raccoons are huge. I mean, there are people that eat squirrels. There's not a lot of meat on a squirrel. There's a lot more meat on a raccoon.
Not a lot of meat on a dove either.
No, I don't understand the whole dove hunting. I'm like, you'd have to capture like 50 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
But have you had them?
Not capture, but shoot
Oh
them.
my gosh, my neighbor would go shooting. He'd bring home, I don't know how much, countless.
Would you just deep fry them?
Well, he made bacon wrapped dove breasts.
That'd be a lot of work for
hold on.
it's just like eating crawfish. That's a lot of work.
I was just about to say.
Did you hear that?
Shrimp and crawfish, no different.
Yeah.
There's not anything on those things. There's more on doves than all the other stuff.
It's just bloodier.
Yeah, what'd you do? Did you like
Did you
freaking
fart?
No, he did more than fart. He sharted all over
No, I
himself.
just tooted a little bit and nobody heard it.
Oh, we
and all
heard
of a
it.
sudden I see the producer's head poke out from the side of the. I never see him all during the
Yeah.
show, and then he pops his head
Although
over.
I think one of the news stories I saw this week, I haven't watched a lot of news this week, is up in Canada, the shop teacher who has
What the hell?
ginormous boobs.
But they're not even real. I mean, they're not
It's a
even.
guy.
They're not like installed. They're like it's like an apparatus he's wearing.
Yes, and they have huge nipples,
It's so stupid.
and he's in the shop doing this, and it's like it gets to the point where it's like, where do you kind of say, okay,
And what did
this
they
is not
say?
right?
What did they say about it? They said there's something wrong with him, but we can't really stop him. Is that what they said?
I don't know. I don't know what the outcome it is. I know there's protests for and against. I think the teacher should be put on leave if there's a problem with them. Paid leave, get him some help if he's got an issue.
just-
Because I wouldn't want my kid in there. I mean, he come home laughing. How could you take it seriously?
Yeah. You're not
Dude,
learning anything.
He's got triple Z's with huge nips, Dad.
so stupid.
He.
Yeah, it's sad. That's where we are.
I
in
don't
society.
get it. I don't get it. And why is it acceptable? Why are people going, oh, yeah, that's beautiful? No.
No. Who said it was beautiful?
Sean.
What?
You
You know
like
what? It's
tits and ass,
all
man.
coming into focus.
I did not say.
It's all no. I think Jeff's right on this one. It's coming into focus.
No.
It really doesn't matter what they are. Big tits?
Yeah,
Nah.
fuck.
They're
Sean's
fake.
in.
Really doesn't matter what they are. Yeah,
Sean's
fuck.
in.
Touche.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
great.
Yeah, so I don't get that. And you know, as its principal, you should have a talk with him and say, you can't dress like that, or you need to go see some
I'm
counseling
sorry.
or whatever.
Instantaneous firing.
Yeah.
Instantaneous firing.
Well, unfortunately, where we are in this world, especially Canada, you probably can't fire them, right? Because they're even worse than what's going on down here.
What would they do to, let's say, North Korea, Iran, China? Let's go with China. Let's start with China. Let's say the wood shop teacher in China.
They'd kill him.
Little. Do you literally? I think he would disappear.
Yeah.
He would be like, yeah, he's not coming back, and no one would ever see him again.
Right.
I'm not kidding.
Right.
Iran, same way.
Right. I was watching a news clip on this guy with the big boobs with Bill Maher. He was talking about, and he goes, let's look at the reverse. What if he came out and he had a huge cock instead of boobs?
Everybody be okay with that?
No, they wouldn't.
Oh, they wouldn't?
Well, you may.
Okay, first off, how would you even...
Well, they're all prosthetics. They're fake.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
The
right.
dude should never been allowed in
Hold on.
school. He should have been fired the first day
Hold
he
on, but
came in.
where's Bill Maher going with that?
He was basically saying, why is this acceptable?
Right.
Why are we accepting
meaning people
that
would
this is
freak
okay?
out and put a stop to it immediately
Correct.
if it was a gigantic...
Why are we accepting this? When do we say, okay, enough is enough? This is ridiculous. This guy with these huge boobs. I mean,
It was so dumb.
it's ridiculous. And he's trying to saw with it.
Where do you even get those? Like on Amazon?
I don't know.
Are those balloons? What?
He's a shop teacher. Maybe he made them.
He made them. Like he made his own mold.
Maybe they're out of wood.
Big wood titties.
What the hell?
Okay.
Sound
You
clip.
get a splinter.
I know, right? Okay.
Well,
anyway.
So these Nigeria seizes donkey penises to be smuggled to Hong Kong.
Why?
Well, the Nigerian officials have seized thousands of
Yeah,
donkey penises
yeah.
that were about to be exported to Hong Kong, an official said on Thursday. Sacks of these donkey dicks were seized at the international airport in Lagos. Sacks of these donkey dicks. And so, I mean...
Can we vote on where we get the source of our podcast topics?
What's
Whatever
going on?
website you're on, maybe we shouldn't be going and getting it from. Maybe
Donkey Dicks.
DonkeyDicks.com.
Well, this is just Contemporary World Affairs.
Oh, really? Contemporary World Affairs.
This was cited on September 8th,
Was that on
2022.
Was that on New York Times?
Well, I mean, we can...
Washington Post?
It's AP News, so...
Well, we don't like them either. They don't report
we don't.
the true news.
We definitely
It's funny.
don't.
It's AP News, and I scroll down. There's a picture of a donkey. He doesn't have a penis. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Oh, poor guy.
A dickless motherfucker.
You know, speaking of donkeys, I saw a comic today that it had two donkeys that had masks covering their faces of an elephant, right? And they're like, now suddenly that it's the midterms, they're suddenly acting like they are a little more conservative, right?
Hold on, stop. Say that again. You're saying the elephants had masks on?
No. The donkeys had elephant masks.
Like
and
the
then
masquerade, like a masquerade ball type mask.
Yes, because remember, the GOP is the elephant, and Democrats are the donkeys, right? But that made me think of that. Like, where did that come from? Why is the GOP elephants, and why are the Democrats donkeys? And why are the Democrats okay with that?
They're the jackass.
Yeah, to me that is that's that's
I
not
don't know.
that's not the same level as an elephant is like a big, majestic,
they're stubborn.
strong animal, right?
Yeah,
and
but
a
they're
donkey is just a piece of shit, like horse.
Donkeys are actually very.
They're intuitive.
They're very smart. They protect the herd.
So really, I mean,
Yes. If you have a herd of cow, you put a donkey in the middle. You ever notice that? You'll see a donkey out in the middle of a big herd.
When on my rides, I see donkeys a lot.
Yeah, because what they do is they chase off the coyotes and the wolves and all those predators that may come up.
So they're tough. They're tough,
Very much so.
big-eared.
Yes.
Really? Well, we know they're stubborn, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very loud. They're,
Well, they're
they're
lovable too.
really?
Well, they're
Donkeys are lovable.
Yeah, they really are.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never loved one.
Well, I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of stories, but you know, I see it. I see a lot of these little videos of these kids growing up
TikTok?
with these donkeys. Well, you know,
They
whatever
get
can
bitten
be,
by
all
donkeys.
kinds of social media.
I
No,
just
they
find, you know what I mean, though? I find it surprising that they were okay with that mascot. I wonder where that came from.
So,
don't know.
Well, hold on. Why did the Democrats ever become the donkey mascot? I'm really curious on how that happened. And I'm curious on how the GOP became the elephant. Seriously, what
Well, the
would lead to
elephant, I
that?
believe it has to do with being conservative and how elephants have just a clad, thick brain to where they remember things. Elephants are supposedly supposed to be able to remember things for years and years and years.
Sure.
In theory. So why did the Democrats pick the donkey?
Yeah. All right. So it says in 1824, the Democratic Republican Party split into the Jacksonian Movement and the National Republican Party.
No, go down here. The origin of the donkey symbol.
Okay, here we go. The origin and use of the donkey as a party symbol is both interesting and controversial. Initially, the symbol was meant to mock and attack Andrew Jackson by his support. That's what I'm saying. Mock. Like, that's a mock symbol.
Well, his opponents called him a donkey.
Yes, they insultingly referred to him as a jackass. Instead of becoming irritated and irked by the insults, he liked the comparison and decided to use it for his political gain. He used the symbol of a donkey or jackass as a campaign symbol.
Well, there you go.
His opponents continued using the donkey.
So Andrew
to represent
Jackson
his
is the reason why they
stubbornness.
have the jackass of today.
His stubbornness, blah, 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 blah.
And jackassery at the same time.
All right,
So it's both good
so they're
and bad.
proud of their, like Pelosi. I see Pelosi as a jackass.
Yes.
Pelosi's stubborn.
Did you see her getting booed?
And
that was nice.
Schumer, like Pelosi and Schumer are both like,
Wow.
like a bunch of stubborn mule type.
Right.
And she got booed.
She got booed.
And did you hear the video? The guy on the video. This is what's sad. It crystallized for me. The guy that recorded it, the guy next to him.
Why are they booing?
Yeah. No, he goes, who is that?
Yeah.
And the other guy goes, he goes, that's Nancy Pelosi.
For our dudes.
And then he goes, why are they booing?
So the dudes like us fans out there, Nancy Pelosi was booed by a crowd while on stage at the New York Music Festival.
Who is that? That's Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, why are they booing her?
Why are they booing her?
She was booed by a crowd while speaking on stage during a guest appearance at the Global Citizen Music Festival in New York City on Saturday, according. And then we all saw the video.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it.
Yeah. Well,
people are waking up. That's in New York City.
It was in New York City.
And it does say a lot. And there were some other follow up stories with this, and they were saying there's a lot of controversy with what's real, what's not real. I mean, this all ties back into the voting, and how much this shit is fake? Because when you go to Trump rallies, I mean, when you honestly go to Trump rallies, you see people excited,
normal people.
You see people up in arms and clapping and the hands and
patriotic, excited,
and just excited to see him,
energized.
Man, when you see Biden in his freaking vehicle barrage coming down the
convoy,
the convoy coming down the streets.
What do they call that?
Caravan.
The caravans coming down. You got these people on the side of the road, and there's nothing. Nothing.
Or they're Trump supporters or GOP bad-mouthing them.
there was was it?
Semi-fascist.
I think Jesse Waters had a show this past week that was discussing some of the fake photos of every time Biden goes out. It's just like they always bring the cameras way in so that it looks like there's a million people there.
Yep.
And you pull them out, there's not.
There's
Right.
nobody there.
There's not.
Hillary was the same way.
And when you go to these Trump rallies, it's real.
We've been to him.
Yeah, you and I have been to one.
Paul.
Dudes like you and I.
Somehow he lost the election.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, whatever, man. I mean, I'm not gonna. We're gonna
Well, it
lick
is
our
what it is at
wounds
this
and move
point.
on with that. So
That's never going to be solved.
Even
Yeah.
though that movie came out and everybody debunked it. I was like, how is it debunked? How is 2,000 Mules debunked? I read an article where it said widely debunked. I was like, how do you debunk that?
I don't know.
yeah,
Like, who just said, oh, yeah, well, that's not true, so it's debunked?
yeah. Who's the authority on
Right.
debunking that?
I mean,
The
they
fact
had,
checkers.
yeah, they had literally scientific evidence that backed up what they were claiming in the 2,000 Mules, and they just said, oh, it was widely debunked.
Right.
That's all they have to say. And then an idiot like the guy on the video, who is that? Nancy Pelosi. Why are they booing? And they said, what is 2,000 Mules? Oh, it's some movie that's widely debunked. Oh, okay.
And so whenever they hear, they're like, "Oh, that's bullshit movie."
Yeah. Have you heard about 2,000 Mules? Oh, yeah, I have. It's widely debunked.
It's a low IQ voter, is what it is.
It's just sad. It's sad that people just don't. Okay.
Did you see the video of Hillary Clinton saying that the people at the Trump crowd were doing the Heil
The
Hitler?
High Hitler.
Oh, shut the hell up. She is the most dishonest. Okay.
Did you
I have to
did you
count to
see
10.
it?
No.
Yeah, I saw it. It it's outrageous.
There's a row of young men behind him raising their hand, saluting Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
No, there wasn't High Hitler. She's so full of shit.
She's so full of shit. She's the most corrupt.
So basically, if
evil-
there's a picture of her out there with one arm raised, is she doing it?
But she has to be.
Of course.
Look it up.
According to her,
Look up Hillary Clinton with hand raised. I'm kidding.
No.
You don't have to do that. And don't put nude either.
no.
Oh my god.
Well, one of you always says, add nude to that. It's usually Sean,
Well, it is me usually.
just
Yeah.
not to Hillary.
So I don't know. Am I allowed to continue with some of these stories if you're going to complain about the
No,
website?
I mean, they're ridiculous.
Okay, well, so
Are there any more
are you
donkey?
going to bring some up?
Are there
Yeah,
any, are there
yeah.
any more donkey dicks?
Well, I
Let's
mean,
talk about the Russian school shooting.
Go on.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
I heard about it, but I don't know any facts or anything.
I'm just saying, it's like worldwide. Doesn't matter like how restrictive the gun control is, blah 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 blah. School shootings are happening, and I don't understand it. I don't. Why is that an outlet?
So at least 17 killed in Russia, 11 children and
Yeah.
6 adults after a man opened
Unbelievable.
fire at a school in central Russia on Monday.
It's just as tragic as what happened in
Yeah.
Uvalde.
Do they have any kind of gun control over there?
Tons.
Do they?
Yeah,
No. Did they really?
Yes, they do.
In Russia?
yeah. Restrictive gun control.
What do
Yes.
you mean? You're not allowed to have guns?
Well, I mean, I don't know how tight it is, but they said that was the point of the article I read was restrictive, meaning they have better gun
The
control than
local
we do.
authorities said at least 24 people were injured, some severely in the attack in the high school in the city, about 600 miles from Moscow, making it one of the deadliest school shootings Russia has ever suffered. 22 children were among the 2 dozen injured in the shooting.
Former
2 teachers,
student.
2 security guards were among the dead, according to the region's governor. They identified the shooter as a 34-year-old former student at the school. Russia's investigative committee, which handles serious crimes, identified the Artemin Kazantsev as posted a video showing his body lying in a pool
Yeah.
of blood.
He self-selected.
Well, 34. Either they graduate very late over there, or he held a grudge for an extremely long time.
Well,
Former student. Yeah, apparently he
34-year-old.
shot himself.
some teacher probably touched his pee-pee.
Probably.
I don't
That
know.
or he wanted to transition and they didn't let him.
Wow, he wanted that apparatus to wear on his shirt.
Oh, he wanted the big
Yeah.
wood shop apparatus. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know why I brought that up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have
Well,
brought that
it's
up.
there's
But it's just it's not fascinating. That's not the right word. This seems to be worldwide. I mean, this is not a Western culture thing. This is not a America exclusive thing. right? It happened.
Well,
To,
it's
it happened
not,
in
but I think
Sweden.
it happens more over here.
I guess so.
You know, this is
But
one.
it happens in Europe. It happens in
Well,
Russia.
I
It
know,
happens
but
in China.
it seems like it happens once a year over here.
Yeah, and
Over
in places
there-
where you literally can't get guns, they stab. They go on a stabbing spree.
You know, that happens too.
In China, like a lot. It's just weird. I don't understand what's the fascination with killing children. Why? Is it the attention? Is it the
I think
is
part of
shock value
I
of
think some
killing
of it.
children?
I think some of it over here is they see
Copycat.
the attention that these kids get or these people get.
Copycat.
They want some of that, but there's also other motivations behind that as well, right? Hey, I'm mental in the brain or this, whatever the reason. But I think part of it is the press coverage, and I think if they stopped just talking about it,
Yeah.
you know, maybe the local news, hey, this happened, but why does it have to be national news?
So how would that go? That's a great question. So if they literally suppressed it entirely to where people who knew it happened in their local town looked at the news nationally and went like, "Oh my God, they're not covering this at all." Like literally suppressing the whole thing. And the reason why they're doing it is to not give
them any attention.
Yeah. So how would that go over though?
It would be fine with me. I think it'd be person to person, right? If you're the kind of person who's like, I feel slighted because every other school shooting got coverage and this one didn't.
Right, and they're trying to make it seem like it's not a problem, but it is a problem. And why are they not?
Well, I think
shining a light on it.
And I think in these days it'd be impossible because you have all these people who probably
Twitter.
live in that city who are like, we just had this school shooting.
Yep, Facebook.
Then it's going to get out. Then
social media.
Then all the questions are going to be going, well, how come the press isn't covering this? How come the press isn't covering
Oh, and it go viral, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy for stupid shit to go viral. All the time.
Yeah, I really dislike social media.
like the one of the woman in the Walmart screaming her head off because she cut in line.
She cut in line, and
she cut in line. And some
She
dude was
cut
like
in
trying to
line.
confront her. Hey man,
And
you
some
cut
guy
me
was
in
like,
line.
"Hey man, you cut in line."
And she freaked out, saying, "You can't touch me. Don't touch me." He's like, "I'm not touching you."
Well, and she was throwing his shit, like picked up his stuff out of his cart and started throwing it. And he was like, "I'm trying to pick up the stuff that she threw."
Screaming bloody murder. That's a girl that just needs to be bitch slapped.
Did you hear her when they are leading the dude away? Like, hey man, there's something wrong with this chick.
Repeatedly.
Let's just walk you away. Did you hear her screaming in the background?
Oh yeah,
like it got worse.
it did. Well, she said if you're in the beginning,
he's got the video up right now.
well, it says,
And her mask is down below her nose.
"I was raped."
Yeah.
I can't.
And she
stop.
has a
4.5
kid.
million views already.
Yeah, she has a kid backpack on,
Yeah,
Yeah,
rewind this and then
and she's
unmute it.
shaking.
It's ridiculous, and I don't believe that she was raped. I think she used that as an excuse.
I didn't touch you, man.
Not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that.
It's just hands.
Is this a prank?
It's a prank. Did you hear her say?
He won't go away. He
You're
needs to
in-
go away. He's the fucking problem.
I need to leave.
No, just welcome. We'll take you to the
I still got. Okay. She threw some of my stuff.
Okay, you want to take you to another
Hell if I know. I'm so sorry.
He's
Well,
She wasn't sorry when she cut in line and then screamed
I didn't see you.
to make it. I just asked her if she saw anyone in line.
Fucking leave. Just go.
That's an adult.
oh my God.
Listen
Now,
to her.
now watch. Listen.
What was Chris? What was Chris?
Just to calm everything down.
Shit.
good lord.
You
She
think-
starts
Well,
screaming.
look, you
she
gotta-
starts
look,
screaming like
but
she's being
let's-
stabbed.
But let's
in the
stop
throat.
for a second. Let's stop. Let's analyze what's going on because, well, I mean, on the outside we're laughing, all right. But did you hear what she just said? She said she was just recently raped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Does it matter?
Well, sure. It
Aren't
does.
you supposed to believe all women?
No.
Well, hold on. And so, why does getting called out on cutting in line
Yeah. Look,
allow you to act that way? And why is she wearing a
look,
child's
all right.
backpack?
Look. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
There's
here.
something wrong
All right,
with
first
this
of all,
woman.
there's a lot of girls her age. She looked like in the mid-20s that dress like that. All right.
That
So
wear children's backpacks.
there are a lot of kids her age that dress like that. It's a fad. All right. Number one, that clear that up. Number two,
Okay.
if she did get raped, not saying that. Let's go to the other one. She cut in line. Is it possible she did see that guy? It is possible. We weren't there. We
Well,
didn't see it.
But he just said, did you not see that there was a line? He was
All right, well,
calm.
Okay.
He
But
was
at
calm.
that time, she was startled because she'd just been raped. And
What if he
had-
would have said, "I've just been raped as well. I just got out of jail"?
That doesn't.
What?
Really?
That doesn't equate.
Doesn't equal. I'm not
It's not the
buying
same?
it. I'm literally.
I am absolutely not buying it
I'm
either.
not buying it at all. This
But
is
you have
this
to
is
give them the
her.
benefit of the doubt.
This is her her way of absolving. She like did something she wasn't supposed to do.
Right.
She wasn't going to take accountability for it, and since she wanted to turn it on him, blamed a situation on her, like what happened to her. Right? I mean, I call bullshit.
Unless it does truly come out that she really was raped. All right, I'll give her
Okay,
some
sure.
benefit of the doubt then.
It doesn't justify this
It
reaction.
doesn't just no. I don't think it,
It doesn't.
does.
It doesn't.
It
I'm
make
sorry.
me feel a little more sympathy though, but it doesn't excuse what she did.
It does not justify this reaction.
No,
There's something
no.
seriously wrong with this woman.
Yeah, someone needs to spend a couple weeks bitch slapping her.
And are you sure about this? Wearing children's backpacks is a fad?
Man, I mean, my
you
daughter's.
kidding me?
How old do you think she is?
She's probably 27.
All right. Well, my daughter's 25, and she's got some weird shit like that.
Really?
I mean, she doesn't look as stupid. Well, maybe not. Does what producer is that? Am I speaking truthful?
God, I hope that's not a fad. That's so pathetic. Really? Are we acting? We have 27-year-old women acting like 9-year-olds?
She has a gnarly sized backpack.
Normally.
I know. Just,
Oh, that's what it is. She's acting like a child.
She's literally acting like a 6-year-old, I would say.
And she's probably mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
You know what I loved about this video, though? The woman, he's like, he goes, I have to leave. And she goes, oh, no. We're just going to take you to another register. Instead of, yeah, you need to leave. I don't know what
I
don't know
that.
what you did to her, or you know what I mean. It's too often the guy or the perceived aggressor, doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl, doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter what gender you are, is perceived to be the one in the wrong, like guilty until proven innocent. Right? And she's like, oh no. Clearly, everybody's looking at this girl going, yeah.
Well, I think in this video,
there's something wrong.
I
with
think
her.
she's the one who's getting the bad rap here. Not
And they're
him.
like, just buy your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah. Even this lady here
Like
in the
as
red.
quick as possible.
Even this lady here in the red, it's like, no one's touching you. No one's doing anything.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah.
It's just nauseating.
You guys play the lottery at all?
No.
Not at all?
I'd like to. I just never think of it.
That's apparently a tax on the stupid, but I would like to play if I would think of it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you know what? What if we were to do this? What if we were to make a commitment?
Pool our money.
Yeah, essentially.
$1,000 each.
No.
No. I'm talking about something. I don't know
like
how often
$5.
the lottery comes out. Is that weekly, monthly, what daily?
It's twice a week for the Texas two-step or whatever it's called.
So I mean, let's make a decision right now. If we were let's pick one. Do we want to spend $5 a week?
Yeah, your odds really don't go up the more money you spend.
No.
Doesn't matter.
That's what I mean. Why put in $100 when $5 will give you the same type of odds?
Well, but okay. But,
You know what's
but what
interesting?
I'm asking you is how much do you want to invest? 'Cause let's just
Well, I
say
said $5.
I said $5.
No, I said $5.
I said $5.
Rewind the tape.
There's not tape. It's
Play it again.
digital.
Same thing. It's
You know,
same.
it's interesting. I was told that one of the ways that you
That makes
it's
sense
not,
at all.
It's not about increasing your odds. It's about increasing your winnings if you do get lucky.
Yeah,
So in other words, instead of
it is-
buying one ticket of the same numbers, you buy 10 tickets of the exact same numbers in various combinations. Does that make sense at all? Is that making sense? Because that's what I remember them saying.
I don't know.
So what you do is you buy $10 of the same combination.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, it's really too much to digest. I mean, I do understand if you have 6 numbers, and let's just say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Because they
then
can
you
be in
have-
different in certain orders matters, right? Or does it not?
I don't know if it matters.
I don't think so.
All right. So, but here, my point
Think
is,
so
my point is
either.
that if we were to spend, if like we were to play every single week, let's say I go 1 week.
Oh.
and
I know what it is. Sorry, go ahead.
go. No, you. What is it?
Okay, so it's So how many numbers are there in the
Well, there's
Five or six.
there, yeah.
5 or 6? So if you were to pick 10 numbers, you do 10 combinations of those same 10 of those same. You know what I mean? You pick 10 numbers.
This is really a beatdown.
And you do, I know, and you do 10 iterations of
I mean, we could do whatever you
of
want.
the
It
different
doesn't
10
matter.
numbers.
What
And that way,
I was
my point is,
saying-
when the numbers hit, 6 of those numbers hit, you hit 3, 4, 5, 6 out of those 10 because you're pulling the same numbers.
Yeah. So
Does that
you
make
win,
sense?
You win
Yes.
over and over and over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't increase your odds,
But
it
it increases the
your
amount of money you win
winnings
if you do win.
if you do win.
All
Correct.
right. So, but still, back to the original thing. I mean, would you guys be interested in buying a weekly ticket together?
Sure.
That'd be fun.
You know, I mean, just saying, if we were to just make a commitment, hey, I'm buying $20.
I
and we
tell you
just
what,
make
we go buy bourbon every Friday. We could always buy lottery tickets as part of that run.
I say we do
We
that.
could. When are the drawings?
It's Wednesday and Friday for the Texas Lotto.
What time Friday?
It's
Well, let's look that
I
up.
think at 10 o'clock or something like that, isn't it? Because
Oh,
I used to see it
Well,
on
that's
the
when they
news.
read the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, isn't
I
that?
remember seeing the news where they'd have the here's
So
the lotto.
we-
yeah.
I
Pull
guess
the
our
balls.
point is,
Pull the balls.
can you? We can buy them Friday and then win Friday.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, let's do that.
Well, and they also have the Mega Millions, right? That's the $1 billion.
Whatever. I say we just play it and have fun with it, and it's a small investment, and who knows? Maybe you win.
It'd be
Well,
fun.
you can't win if you don't play.
Yeah,
win
that's
if you
what
can't.
everyone says.
You ever
So-
seen that ad where there's a guy that they read the numbers on the TV and he pulled his ticket out and he looks at it and he matched it all and he won $2 million, right? Because the problem they have is when it's $2 million, no one plays. When it's 30, 40, like when the bank is rolling, and so the guy looks at it and he wins $2 million and he goes, and he throws it back in the drawer and he closes the drawer. And then the commercial ends with $2 million is a lot of money.
Right.
It's funny.
Well,
it's a
not when
good
you got
ad.
to pay 75% or whatever it is.
Oh, it's not that much. 50, no more than 50.
Yeah.
Well, there was a Missouri woman. She said that she was shocked when a Powerball ticket that was forgotten in her purse
There
for
we
over
go.
a month
It happens.
turned out to be $50,000 winner. The St. Louis County woman told Missouri lottery officials she bought the Powerball ticket for a July 16th drawing at a Walmart store in Manchester and tucked it in her purse, and then where she just forgot about it.
Well, 2 people just won the $1.2 billion or however big that thing was.
God
Lord,
almighty.
can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I can.
Insane.
Dudes like us going on the
people.
road.
Is it the biggest or the second largest?
I think we talked about this in the podcast before. Like, what would we do? What would be the first thing we do? We always talk about paying off our homes and buying an RV, and I mean,
If I won that
I would
much-
do all that.
If I won that much, I'd probably retire, volunteer work, do stuff like that made me happy,
Right.
right? And then I would take care of my family, friends, and that's it. I mean,
I
You
would
have to
take
be
care of
careful.
friends. I would take care of family.
you have to be really careful because those people come out of the
I'm Paul's
woodwork.
brother.
Oh, they do.
They're like, hey, I could use $100,000.
Oh, and everybody finds out that you won.
Yeah,
They do.
and
Or you can be anonymous in some states. In some states, you can't be.
yeah, I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Why would you not have the right to be anonymous in every single situation?
right. And then I'd buy me some toys and I'd save the rest,
Like Light Bright?
like a light bright and a spirograph.
Really? I would
Yes.
buy the Atari.
Maybe a top.
Oh, a top?
Yes.
Like what kind of top? Man, you're a big spender.
Yeah.
You're one of those people that would blow it all in the first
No, hell no.
5 days.
No.
I wouldn't. I don't. I
No,
would
not at
be
all.
extremely reserved. I don't require a lot.
You're not reserved now. Why do you think you'd be reserved with a ton of money?
You're out of your mind. Of course, I'm reserved.
Are you?
I'm
Oh, I'm
not-
just going to buy another
I'm not the one
microphone.
on
I'm just gonna buy
Facebook
this.
buying
I'm
all
just
these
gonna buy this.
accessories for my bicycle.
Well, hold on. You're throwing that in my face.
Well, I mean,
That
you're
is-
sitting there throwing and saying I'm not. I mean, who are you?
Oh, am I?
So I don't have money to be spending. So there you go.
Well, there you go.
And if I had money, I would be doing things for other people, like pimping up this podcast,
Like buying another microphone.
buying another mic, getting a bigger TV, insulating the room.
Maybe like a disco ball.
I like where this is going.
Maybe.
I do too.
Yeah, maybe some butt massagers on the chairs.
I
You
think I
lost-
would. I've always wanted to put
lost
the
me on that
star field on the ceiling.
All right, I'm into that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
like a planetarium.
We can all take
planetarium.
turns jerking off on the ceiling and put some black
Whoa,
lights.
whoa.
Is that what you're talking about?
Nope.
Well, no.
Lost me again.
Not exactly. But now you just buy those little things and it projects.
You
When I
talking
was-
about penises?
No, it doesn't project your penis.
Doesn't project your.
It's a planetarium. It shows like little dancing stars on the
Ah.
ceiling.
So instead of, because when I looked at it when they built this house 20 years ago, they're like they'd have that, and you're like having to put fiber optics and shit in the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing any of that shit.
For some of those,
Well, hold on. What they wanted? They had that as an option.
No, I was looking into it because I was going to do it. I was like, well, I wonder how.
That's
it's pretty
fiber
easy.
optics in the ceiling.
So basically, they
Yeah.
have a bunch of these fiber optics cables, and they're silly. They're like little tiny
It's like
22
a
gauge
thread.
filaments.
yeah,
Same
And
thing
they were
going to
put those
for
all over the ceiling?
opticals. Well, they you burrow into the ceiling,
Yeah, just
constellations
little-
or
and you stick the
little
end through.
holes, and,
and they hang down.
well, no,
Well,
they're
no,
they're
they
surface
flush.
they're flush to the thing, and over on that side, you have a big bundle, a big fat bundle of them. So you know when light hits that bundle, it projects through the tube and comes through the tube all
I
the way
think
down.
that's super cool. I just have never heard of that.
Well, it's been around for quite some time.
Well, like
They have
your house
this-
was built a long time ago, so
Well, it's not that long ago, but that's what I was
it's
going
a
to have
very
to
old
do.
technology.
And I was like, I didn't
that's
want to.
super cool.
I didn't want to deal with that. But now
yeah,
Now you
they
wish,
have the thing that
now you wish
projects.
you did. Well, I mean, it's no different than the
yeah, they really do.
Halloween or
It's cool,
Christmas.
isn't it?
yeah.
Halloween or Christmas things that you put in your front yard.
Holy shit! Halloween's coming up. We got to be
It shines shit on your house.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Now, you don't think that'd be cool in here?
No,
We do a podcast with. It'd be like being at the roller rink.
gotta be sick.
Yeah, we got to do dudes like us gift to my future brother-in-law Wes.
We do.
We do.
Are they getting married anytime soon?
I don't know when the date is. I think that it may. I
Are
don't
they
know exactly-
engaged?
Yes. So
I never heard that they are officially engaged.
yeah, they went to Fort Worth. He rented a buggy, and they did a bunch of different stuff. And then he proposed and stuff.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, quite some time ago.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't know when he's pulled the trigger, and I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger and actually do it, but it's none of my business. However, what I'm driving to is that he's out of town right now, or he was out of town. He had some job in Colorado for a while, and his fiancee / girlfriend birthday came up.
Yes.
Somebody didn't recognize that it was her birthday.
Oh no.
I want to make a Dudes Like Us plaque saying Weston Desiree, and then just say born on this date, marriage, or just kind of like have some factoids under there. And I want to give it to him for Christmas. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that would make him feel even worse.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be. Look, he's got a good spirit. I mean, it's not about that at all. But I think it's kind of funny. Give him a little plaque, hang it up in the office.
How is that even possible to forget your wife's or a fiance
I don't know. He was
or
pretty buried with
girlfriend's
work.
birthday?
Pretty buried with work. Plus, he's living in a trailer. I don't know. I couldn't forget. I couldn't forget. I mean, well, you know what? That's only because I've known my wife for 20-something years.
Right.
I mean, he's only known his fiance for 4 years, 5 years.
No, it's longer than that.
Whatever.
It's gotta be longer than that.
I mean, I couldn't tell you Jeff's birthday. I couldn't tell you your birthday.
I could tell you yours.
Well, mine's easy
Why isn't mine easy?
because I'm an idiot, I guess. Do you know Jeff's birthday?
December 25th.
Very good.
I know yours is whenever I want to have yours is whenever I want to have a Halloween party.
When
in
you
October.
want to have
yeah,
a Halloween
so your
party?
birthday's somewhere in October where I
It
have my
is.
Halloween
It's
party.
22nd of October.
And your birthday just kind of passed, didn't it?
Right, what is it? What are our
Mine's-
birthdays?
Mine's May 21st.
May. How am I going to remember that? May 21st.
Well, my anniversary is in May, so
How am I going to remember that? May 21st.
I was
What's yours?
I was in Florida
Why
for
is
my
yours
birthday.
so?
mine's easy. It's
Halloween.
It's April 2nd, but I always say April 1st because I'm a full April Fool's Day. So that's how I remember. In fact, just unknown. I always say my birthday is April Fool's on April 1st. Anytime I fill out any questionnaire, I always put April 1st.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's the second.
That's
It is the
fraudulent.
second. Well,
That is easier to remember.
yeah,
yours.
easily.
Yeah. 21st. Something must have happened. What happened on May 21st?
I was born.
Other than that, did Abraham Lincoln
His mom was
give
like,
some sort of famous speech? Did he give the Gettysburg address?
I have no idea. I don't know
not gonna
any
do that
history
again.
that occurred on that date.
Really? There had to
Yeah.
be something significant that happened on May 21st.
I don't know. My mom did say I watched the man walk on the moon.
Really?
She put me in front of the TV when I was like 2 weeks old.
As an infant.
As
Well, that wouldn't be.
I don't recall it, but she's
That
like,
actually would have been a fantastic day to be alive.
I was.
I know.
Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly.
I know you
So-
were. You were in front of the TV watching it.
Yes.
That would have been awesome, actually. Seriously. That is like totally epic. You know they're trying to go back to the moon? They had to move the rocket because of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Is it manned or are they just putting a
So it's not manned, not yet. But the rocket, they're pretty lofty. The rocket's
Is
fueled.
this NASA or is this a private?
NASA. And it was
So are they going to put a contraption up there, or a building, or a scooter?
I think they're going to launch something that goes around the moon and comes back.
Oh, okay, just orbit it.
Yeah, orbit. I mean, that's a big deal.
They're
Hold
gonna
on.
try to
Are
map
you
it.
saying they were going to put something to orbit the moon?
Yeah.
Man, I'm
It's,
telling you.
it's Artemis. Am I saying that right?
We do
Hey,
not need
Artemis.
to be.
Oh yeah,
fucking
I did
with-
hear about that.
Yeah, Artemis, which is what the sister in Greek mythology of Apollo.
There you go.
Isn't that cool?
This is one of Trump's doings.
Yes, I think it is. He put NASA on this track.
Yeah.
I thought it was Space Force or Space Force, just a division.
Did
of
you
defense.
hear the Space Force theme?
No.
You know how everyone has, every military has.
Is it Thriller? Is it Michael Jackson Thriller?
It's terrible.
What does that mean, theme?
You know, like the Navy theme and the Marine theme.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, you know
dun, 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 dun,
Well, the
dun,
Space
dun,
Force
dun,
one
dun,
is-
dun.
Yeah, well,
Is
I'm gonna
terrible.
What is it?
encourage you to stop doing that.
What? That is a fantastic.
That is not a fantastic rendition of
Yes, it
whatever
is.
it is you're doing.
You don't even know what it is.
Well, I know that's
It's the
reason
Marine.
why it's not
the
fantastic.
Marine. Actually, is it the Air Force?
I thought the Marines was like dun 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 dun
Oh, my
dun
God.
dun dun dun.
Who knows? It might be. But that was horrible too.
There we go.
from the beaches
So we wanted a
of
song that spoke to our
Tripoli.
guardians, that brought to life our motto, Semper Super.
It's not a
always above.
rap, is it?
And I got
Beatboxing.
Jamie was a Nashville singer-songwriter.
I wanted to make sure that everything that was in the song would adequately represent all the capabilities that our Space Force is involved with.
Oh my God.
She's hot. Semper Supra. Where the mighty
Oh,
watchful
no.
eye. Guardians beyond the blue.
Oh boy.
The invisible front line. War fighters brave and true.
It's not
Boldly
all that
reaching
different than the other
into
ones.
space. There's no limit to our sky. Sending guard both night and day. We're the Space Force from on high.
Oh boy.
United States State Force. Brought to you by Fabergé.
Anyway, there you go.
No, brought to you
So-
by Pfizer.
So when you compare that to the other branches of the military,
Like the Marines.
Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard,
I mean, they're all very simple
Is it?
themes.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it that bad?
No, I don't
They're
think
all
so.
kind of very similar, are they not?
Yeah, they're all simple. I mean, look, the other divisions were written quite some time ago. So, I mean, in fact, there are people that argue about all kinds of shit. I mean, they want the Star Spangled Banner rewritten. You know,
Right,
that's not
right.
that's not mine.
So this is the
That's not my
Marine-
national
This is the Marines hymn.
Here's the Marine one.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
good
loud.
Lord. Wow. That hurt my ears a lot. There we
Sounds
go.
good.
It's amazing.
All right, well, there you go. They're
This
showing the
is-
Marines hymn.
Amazing so far.
I was right.
No. Of the Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. See, this doesn't sound much better when you look at it from that perspective.
Well, I mean, when you are in a pomp and circumstance event and you have dress formals on, and
This is catchier.
Is it catchier?
well, you got the drums in the background with the marching and stuff.
You have the drums in the background.
The other one didn't have drums.
All right, do the Air Force. That's a good one.
Oh, good lord!
Oh, it's a good one.
Are we gonna do this?
Yeah, we'll do this for the rest
Hell,
of the
they
night.
got the Ballad of the Green Beret, and they got
Oh, the Green Beret's a good one, too.
We don't really.
What? I do Air Force. What's happening?
Oh my God!
Nothing's happening.
And did you?
I'm running out of emotional
You're
energy.
not clicking anything.
I know. Did you see the Air Force Academy? The crap they're doing with their.
I'm the wokeness.
You can't say mom and dad anymore.
Oh,
Why can't you say mom and dad?
Well,
I
because
just
some
can't.
people may only have a mom.
I can't
Some
do it.
people may only have a dad, or some people have two
Well, you
moms.
fucking tell those
I can't do it.
fatherless motherfuckers to suck off.
Ugh. Uh-oh.
I mean, come on, man. Grow up. Yeah, there you go. The anthem of the U.S. Air Force. Wild Blue Yonder. Up to the wild
Blue yonder
climbing high
into the sun.
You're a homo.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Our thunder.
All right, so this is not that bad. I mean,
Yeah, so, I mean, we
it's a
really,
little bit more.
when you compare it to these other ones, it's not that bad.
No, I mean, I
It's
think this
not
is
as
going to
catchy.
score. It's going to score more
These
points on the
make you-
karaoke theme.
That one did not.
They make you
Yes, they make you
jerk back and forth.
like you're marching. The other ones,
All right,
they,
you can
Space Force
move on.
doesn't
You can
do
move
that.
on. You can move on.
I
But
disagree.
we got the Army and the
I
Navy to hit,
disagree.
so
I think
let's-
they're all cool, including the Space Force one. How
Well,
about that?
No, I don't. Maybe it'll grow on me.
Well, we just have to listen to it every day.
Could be. Maybe
Well,
it's,
they-
maybe it's
they
because
do.
We'll open the podcast. Every single podcast will open with the Space Force theme.
The United States Army theme. Here we go.
I'm sure part of it is we've heard these entire life.
Ah, look
Space
at that little
Force.
See,
soundbite
right,
of,
exactly.
tank approaching.
Yeah.
Army strong. Okay.
Are they going to show a rainbow flag?
Yeah, it would help if they would record something outside of the AM radio band.
Yeah, no shit.
These are the original recordings.
Yeah, from 1700s. You know?
It's like Star Wars.
It's like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I want to play a game of Risk.
The trombones.
We needed the deal that had the words.
Yeah. Are there words to it?
Oh, of course. Everyone has words.
There you go. The Army goes rolling. All right, so Army theme.
This is like a John
lyrics.
Williams theme. I think it's Avatar. I don't know what's happening. I think his mouse is starting to fail.
What about the one below it? The Army song.
Yeah.
No, well,
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. All right, so go back to the other screen and the Army song.
Army
That's what it
song
is.
with lyrics.
Right
There we
Click.
go.
There we go. Boom.
And this will be what we finish with.
Well, don't we have Navy?
Oh, yeah, Navy.
Yeah. Well,
Forgot about Navy.
we don't have to do this whole one. Let's just get this shit over with. All right, so this is the Army. Well, this one has a little bit more bounce to it.
Out the brave.
I guess this really brings out the usage of a piccolo and flute. You know, the bad thing about some of these, I feel bad when you have people that join something like the military
Rolling
to become a
along.
military flautist. Or,
We
hey,
have
what do you
done
do? I'm in the
fighting
Marines.
till the
What do you do?
battle
I'm
won.
in human resources.
Army goes rolling
Oh, really?
along.
I mean, that kind of trips me out. Why would you want to join the United States Marines and be an HR director? All right, you can move on, sir. Thank you. One more United States Navy, and I think we're going to
That was
conclude
interesting. No, isn't that a variation of when the Saints come marching in or
It
something?
sounded like
It
it
did
was
sound something
it had a
similar.
little confusing. It could have actually when the Saints come marching in could have been stolen from that because that one was probably made way before.
All right, we're looking for one with
When the
lyrics.
Saints-
There we go.
U.S. Navy song "Anchors Away."
Oh, that's not.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the lyrics.
This is like a fucking Christmas special.
Yeah. We know
This is like, I mean, honestly, it's like a Christmas special. But it carries the spirit of what a lot of the music was in the 50s and 60s. You know, it was so animated and orchestrated. It wasn't as balanced as it is today.
Yeah.
It's just different.
So do the special forces have their
All right, you
own?
can kill it.
Like the Green Beret, do they have their own? Do the Navy SEALs have their own? Or is it just the main branches of the armed
I'm
forces?
sure it's just the main branches.
So we have Coast Guard then.
Coast Guard's not part of the main branches.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Now there's 6 branches of
I
the
thought the
military.
Coast Guard was an extension of the Navy.
No, not at all. So it's Army, Air Force, Marines.
I've never heard this one.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
We could have used some of this music at the Oktoberfest in downtown McKinney. They had a very odd selection of music. They had a quartet of gentlemen singing, which they weren't bad, but it wasn't very Oktoberfesty, you know?
The jazz band there at the end?
Yeah, you can kill it, producer.
Yeah, the jazz band didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, well,
it's not that it was bad music. It just didn't
they
fit.
opened up with the jazz band.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no. Oktoberfest is supposed to be like,
you know, the polka music,
polka
and the,
music,
the
yeah.
accordion.
Well, they had
and
some of that, didn't
the
they
people,
not?
The Lederhosen
No.
out there, and the
they
ladies
had
with
no,
the very.
they had no polka music?
They didn't play. They played zero polka music.
Zero.
I was the only one playing polka music out there.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Poco music.
polka.
That's actually very surprising.
Yeah, it was
It's
jazz.
embarrassing. I mean, I was kind of like, what the hell's going on here? They're trying to woke everything up.
No, I think they just probably don't have a lot of polka bands around here.
Well, I think I was talking to Scott. I was like, they need to talk to. Maybe I said it to you. I was like, whoever got this band needs to have a talking to.
The jazz band.
Yeah, I was like, it doesn't make sense. Again, they weren't bad. It was just.
I mean, at the
it
very
didn't
least, they
match.
could have.
It didn't match the
No.
groove.
They could have hired a disc jockey. Fuck, they could have put Amazon Music out there, and it would have had a better
response.
Yeah, easily.
It
Because
probably tempered the feeling for everybody.
man, look. The,
Jazz music is very chilling and
what-
slow.
Well, I mean, so the jazz. I love jazz. I mean,
I do too, but
I
it's-
enjoy it, but it's just like
There's a time for that.
Well, I mean, it would have worked, but it definitely didn't work what they were doing, and it really cost our business a lot of money. You know,
Did it clear out a bunch of folks?
Man, it didn't clear them out. It never brought them down. You know, we're
Right.
kind of.
But you're saying this isn't filtered or outside
This
of?
was outside.
Right
of
outside.
filtered. You know, they have the big band stage out there, and those band stages are designed to bring business down, and it was a huge fail.
It didn't work.
They had Tupps Brewery out there that gave this long-ass hour-and-a-half speech on how to make beer and how they process they do it. Who gives a shit about that? No offense, Tupps Brewery. I love your beer. But
An hour and a
come on, man.
half?
There's an hour plus.
Wow,
Maybe it
that's
was an
a
hour,
long
but it was
time.
an extended period where it felt like an hour and a half.
Was they have a big crowd?
Debbie Downer. Apologize for this, guys. It's Dudes Like Us. This is September 27th. And we are signing off. There was a good Tin Cup 10-year.
It actually was. It was good.
It was good. It wasn't bad.
Sean liked it so much he didn't finish it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't finish it.
Well, I'm going to finish it right now. All right. Well, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
Thank you, guys. And shouts out to our producer, Mr. Austin.